If you have a moment, can I ask you something real quick?
Sorry?
If you have a moment, can I ask you something real quick?
Yeah.
Do you believe in fate, or is everything in life just a coincidence?
I do believe in fate.
You do believe in fate.
Like, some things are meant to happen that we're destined for greater things, that there's going to be better. As a kid, I had a lot of hopes and dreams of just, like, you know, going somewhere else, seeing snow for the first time was another big thing. And I mean, things fell into place, moved countries, now I'm here, got to see the things I want to see, snow, other cultures, different foods, different everything, things where it's a lot more mixed than just one singular culture.
Getting to college.
Getting to college, really?
Yeah. I wasn't so sure that I would make it to UTSA at first, but then
That's a good answer,
miracle
yeah.
happened and I got here.
And you got here, yeah. You know, I think you came here for a reason, man.
Whenever I think of fate, it implies like it's already gonna happen.
It's already gonna happen, right?
You know, like you have no control about it. Like I'm like, I don't know. Was it like fate for you to talk to me? I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, someone would probably say no, that's just a coincidence.
Oh, I was so wrong. For some of the people in this video, it was fate. It was fate that I talked to them. And for one guy in particular, it was fate because I had something to teach him and he had something to teach me. And we're gonna see it later.
There are people in your life who are there to like teach you a lesson.
I'm a firm believer in that.
If I never met like this one person, then I probably would never be at this school.
I met my husband.
How did the two of y'all meet, if you don't mind me asking?
I worked at Broadway Bank. Oh my goodness, 20-some years ago. And I was a teller at Broadway Bank at that time.
And like he was like someone coming in and like
Yes.
he was just a customer.
Yes.
Asking for whatever. So what did he do? Did he like ask for your number
He
or?
went to school. He was a junior in college at UTSA, and he worked for Mama's Cafe as a waiter, and we just started talking.
Honestly, I would say the same thing because they gave me my sister. My sister's my best friend. So.
Wow.
It's crazy.
that is crazy, yeah.
So yes, I do believe.
I think like running into somebody, it's like coincidentally seeing them, or like continuously seeing them all the time.
Continuously seeing them all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's fate telling you that you should go pursue them or seek them out.
Yeah,
Talk to them.
maybe.
Yeah?
I mean, it happens, but
Are you waiting for them to come to you? Is that
yeah.
why? I get it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Do you have an example of fate potentially happening in your life or someone else's life? Same for you?
Probably how I met her. Yeah, because I was just late to class, so I didn't get into a group, and same with her.
Yeah, I was running late to meet a study group, and my roommate was like, hey, there's a bunch of people that I think look like engineers studying. That might be your group. And I was like, oh, cool, where are they? And that's, yeah.
Me and my boyfriend, we met in like, I guess, middle school. And we were both stationed in like Germany, like our parents were both there.
Oh, wow.
I'm originally from Chicago, and he just happened to be going to school in Chicago. So it was just weird that out of all the places that like all of us went after we went to school, he was like still there close to me. And then once I moved to Texas, he had an opportunity to come to Texas.
That is weird. That's weird.
And so like now we're dating just because things just kept lining up in such a weird
There's no way that that's a coincidence. That has to be fate.
Exactly.
That has to be fate.
I don't know. Probably when I ended up breaking my leg, it kind of made me realize that I don't want to play football for real.
Oh.
Like,
okay.
I guess it was just bound to happen. So it made me realize that I didn't really love football the way that I thought I did. I believe that forced me to go somewhere else.
Ultimately, like, God is the one that gives us opportunities, and then we choose whether we take them or not.
What is this about?
This is for a YouTube video. So
A YouTube video?
Yes.
Oh man. Like for what though?
Like so I'm gonna ask you a question and then
Like your personal channel or for like UTSA?
No, it's my personal channel, not for UTSA.
Alright, let's hear the first question. I'm curious.
Do you believe in fate, or do you think life is merely a coincidence?
Alright, let's have a little talk.
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
Let me give you a call back, okay? Is that alright? Alright, bye. How you doing? Felix.
Good. Ramil.
Ramil?
Yes.
Fate or what?
Do you believe in fate, or do you think life is just merely a coincidence?
I don't believe in just randomness. I don't think it's random. I also kind of don't subscribe to the idea or maybe the word fate, but I mean I don't think it's random. So again, me is just stage in my life currently, where I am right now, as a 41-year-old man, you know, having seen some things, man, experienced a lot. So again, for me, the problem is the word fate. For me, if anything, it's fate. That's what I subscribe
Faith.
to.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Okay, yes.
See what I mean?
I think fate and faith are almost the same thing.
Yeah. You could say that, you know, they are parallel, perhaps. It depends on your beliefs.
That is
You
true.
know what I'm saying? So
That is true.
But yeah, I definitely don't think it's random. That's for sure. It's not just a random coincidence. Yeah, I don't believe in that.
Would you say that this conversation right now is random, or something that faith brought us together, brought me to talk to you about?
There's something,
right?
Something put me here, or someone in my position put you here, put me here, and now we're having this conversation, you know?
Right? I say the
it's
same
a test.
thing. A
For me
test.
personally?
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how you might translate it from like your personal experience, from where you're standing, but from where I'm standing, I think this is a test, like, but a good one, a good test.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Do you have an example of something fateful or faith happening in your life or someone else's life that you'd like to share?
Man, for real?
Yes.
And this is what I mean by a test. This is I think my a chance or an opportunity to you know, sing God's praise. You know, I have only recently found God, but man's been talking to me all my life, man, all my life. I see it now. I look back and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I didn't just randomly survive Afghanistan. I didn't just randomly survive Iraq. And I'm not, you know, I think everybody did their part over there, but like I was an infantryman, and so I'm like on the front lines, and so that wasn't random, man. I'm here today for a reason. Like I'm here at UTSA. I'm studying civil engineering for a reason. God got me out of Afghanistan and Iraq in one piece, thank goodness. I told my son this, and he kind of looks at me a little bit, maybe like you're kind of looking at me not in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, he just doesn't get it, I think, is, you know. And so here's what I'm trying to explain to him, like, bro, like God's been talking to me forever. Like, his name is Joshua. Why did I name him that? Joshua is the modernization of the name Yeshua, which is Hebrew for Jesus. I'm like, bro, like there's like in the story of Jack and Jill, there's breadcrumbs, you know what I'm saying? There's breadcrumbs that tell me or show me that God's been talking to me for a very long time. That's probably one of the earlier ones. I'm blessed, and I'm just thankful that I stopped blocking his blessings, because for a while I was kind of, you know, like most people on this earth, just trying to figure it out, just kind of like, what is the purpose?
You know,
why are we here? Why are we, you know what I'm saying? This life is a life of service, man. A lot of people, just like I used to go out and party and have a great time.
Yep.
And sometimes at the expense of others. I'm talking about ex-girlfriends specifically, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what life's about, man. Life is about being of service, whether it's to your fellow man, whether it's to your community, whether it's to your city and or state. I think, you know, that's what we're here to do. And in the process, yeah, don't be a square, have some fun or whatever, but not at the expense of others, which is what I used to, very selfishly used to do. Yeah.
That's a good philosophy. That's a very good way to live life.
My eyes are open now, man, and I can't go backwards. I can't go backwards, only forwards. Like I said, I used to... I stopped all that now. I'm drinking anymore, bro. It's...
Wow. That's...
I had a beer for Super Bowl. I didn't like it. It felt weird.
Felt wrong.
I'm like, what am I doing? Like, you know? I should be at home studying. I should be home doing something other than this. Why am I sitting here in front of the TV for like 6 hours, you know? Let me ask you a question. What keeps you strong, man?
What keeps me strong?
You say, I almost crumbled. What keeps you strong? I like your process of creating your pros and cons lists.
Yeah.
Which is great. But what keeps you strong?
It's the fact that, like, I go back and then I was like, I made an oath, like I wouldn't drink. I wouldn't drink. And then after that pros and cons list, like after I evaluated that, I seeked out advice from other people. I asked like tons of people, like, you know, I'm actually contemplating drinking just to see like a social situation, and everyone told me like, don't do it just to be social. Like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's dumb. It's like
Whoever's giving you that advice
Yeah.
is spot on.
yeah. I've had
You're not
like
missing out on
five people tell me that.
You're not missing out on anything, bro. Because what alcohol does is it reduces your inhibitions. That's what it does. But most people I know don't stop at one, kind of relax, reduce their inhibitions. Most people, it's a slippery slope. That's what I'm getting at.
Like
one leads to another.
yeah,
two leads to
that's
three.
that's the other thing that I think about, because it's like this is how alcoholism like develops, or like even drug addictions. You know, you go and you try something and you're like, all right, let me go to the next thing. Let me go to the next thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. So most people don't have that intestinal fortitude that you have. Ramil?
Yes, that's my name.
Most people don't have it, and that's why I asked you that, because that's very. You said you know, I made an oath. Like you're a man of your word. I think that's in short supply in today's world. So
Yeah.
keep that up.
Thank you.
This is why it was fate. Why fate brought me to Felix. Why fate had me have a conversation with Felix. For him, it was listening to God. Because his whole life, he's been ignoring God. He's been ignoring the message. He's been ignoring what God has been having to tell him. But it was a test. It was a test that I was placed there for him to hear. Because I was there to reinforce the belief in his values that he needs to listen to God more. And he was there to reinforce my values of not drinking, to keep it strong, to uphold that. And it wasn't a coincidence. There was no way. For some of these people, the rest of these people, it wasn't a coincidence that they met their life partner, that things turned out the way they were supposed to, that they had an opportunity presented to them, and they took that opportunity and made something out of it. In terms of success, wealth, their life, relationships, God placed fate into their hands, and ultimately they made the decision. They made the decision to take that opportunity and use their free will and to follow through with this plan. And that's what you need to do as a viewer. You need to listen and look around the things that are happening around you. And that's the greatest thing that God has given us. He's given us free will. We have to use that free will and follow through with God's plan.